The Titan exotic chess piece, the Actium War Rig, is part of a family of new exotics introduced in Destiny 2. While we've grown used to exotics providing additional features or unique improvements, there are several exotics in D2 that are extremely niche, to the point of being weapon specific. The Hunter exotic gloves, the Mechanized trick sleeves, and the exotic boots, the Lucky Pants, both work specifically with a particular weapon type, being sidearm and hand cannons in this case. While I really don't hold those two exotics in high regard, the Actium War Rigs on the Titan have brought something else to the table. They are still weapon specific, but actually provide an exotic feature. So what does the War Rig do? Well, it will automatically reload a portion of your auto rifle magazine from your reserves. This effect is continuous, and reloads about 10% of your magazine every 2 seconds or so. This may not sound overly amazing, but its potential will strongly depend on what auto rifle you're using. Let's think about the type of auto rifle we would want. Ideally, if the rifle has a slow rate of fire, it will give the War Rigs more time to auto-load rounds back into the gun, but the slow rate of fire auto rifles tend to have smaller magazines, so you'd only get 3 or so bullets back every couple of seconds. It's not necessarily bad, as the War Rig is at the very least giving all of your auto rifles an extended mag, but on the slow rate of fire rifles, I'm not the biggest fan. Moving on to the moderate rate of fire rifles like the Scathelock, you will really start to notice that you can fire your weapon for significantly longer. Again, not a bad choice, but by far the most success and the most fun I've had using this exotic is with the exotic auto rifle Sweet Business. Pretty much a minigun with 99 shots available, spools up for an increased rate of fire and can get a portion of the magazine put back into the gun. Without even trying to conserve my shots, I can hold down the trigger of the Sweet Business and unload about 170 bullets uninterrupted. So what, I'm extending the magazine by about 70%? That's insane. While individual damage numbers aren't all that impressive on the Sweet Business, it will really stack up after unloading a torrent of bullets at a target. So now we have the piece of exotic armor and the gun, let's look at the subclasses. The War Rigs are really not pointing towards any subclass, so you can go with what you like. I've been particularly enjoying Sentinel lately, particularly with the Doomfangs, but since we're using the War Rigs, maybe try Striker or Sunbreaker. One thing I'll mention is that for your Barricade, you can turn this auto rifle build up to 11 with a Rally Barricade, since it will auto load your gun by popping in and out of cover. If you do this quick enough, while wearing the War Rig, you can nearly send out your entire reserve of primary ammo, providing your Barricade lasts that long. All the while using this, remember that the Sweet Business is only a kinetic weapon, but it is becoming a DPS machine. Alright, situations to use the War Rig. Crucible is actually pretty good, but I really wouldn't recommend using the Sweet Business in that environment. The slow spool up time doesn't bode well against mid-range miters, but maybe on auto rifles like the Origin Stordy or Uriel's Gift. The War Rigs will always allow you to lay down fire longer than you otherwise would have been able to, and will constantly top up your magazine while you're on the run. So Crucible is an alright choice with some autos. But getting back to the Sweet Business and the Rally Barricade, give the build a go in public events and in strikes. I honestly haven't tried using the Sweet Business against Callus in the raid yet, but I'd actually be keen to try and see what kind of damage it can pump out. Still, against strike and public event bosses, the War Rigs and Sweet Business combo is very fun. If you have either of these exotics, give them a go and see what you can do with them. Thanks for watching, guys.